That's a really huge common mistake that's made, and we don't want to do that because we lose the opportunity to pitch further if we don't. If we're just we're pretty much wasting their time. They're looking for a great idea, and we're wasting their time. You were going to say something, Boyce?
No, I was going to say I agree with you. What I do with my team is I tell them, I tell them to treat. I have a term I call intellectual maturity, which is the difference between having just an idea versus having an idea that's been fully fleshed out, or a concept, as you mentioned, that's been fully fleshed out, worked out, planned, and operationalized, where they can explain to you how they think it can get done. They don't have to know every detail, but you have to show me that you've kind of committed to the idea. So a lot of times, I really look at, coming up with an idea is like making a baby. Like you can just make a million babies all day long, especially if you're a man, right? But, but raising a baby is very different. We talked about that before from a business standpoint, but also just from an ideation standpoint. If you just have some idea and you're just spitting out ideas left and right, and it's really just sort of these little intellectual orgasms you're having where it's like, oh yeah, we can do this. Oh, we can do that. Oh, we can do this. And it's like very exciting. It's like, good for you. I'm glad that you're excited about all these ideas, but you haven't taken on the responsibility of actually developing these ideas and figuring out how you're going to raise these children. So I say, the idea is your baby. Now I want you to take care of your baby and first tell me how you're gonna raise this baby, or how this baby can get raised, and then my job is to get the resources you need to follow through on the plan that you've given me. So don't just give me an idea. Don't just say, hey boys, we can make a movie that's just like the Black Panther, and it could be called Wakanda, Watkins Conda. You know what I mean? And, right? And it would be great. And we make it a business like Black Business School, Black Panther. Y'all have a Panthers, and like that's great. But I need you to tell me like how we can get it done affordably, because money matters, right? I need you to give me an idea on how long it's going to take. I need you to tell me, why people are going to want to support this idea. I need you to give me more than just, I got an idea. Like you can come with an idea in 30 seconds. Ideas don't mean anything.
That's a brainstorm.
Right, it's a brainstorm or a brain fart. Like I know I use those weird terms, fart to orgasms, but really that's what it is. You're just spitting this stuff out, and you're thinking that it's supposed to add up to something. And it's like, what do you want me to do? You drop this baby on my doorstep, and I'm supposed to figure out all the details?
Speaking of which, and that's the reason why so many networks or buyers, I like to call them buyers for the rest of the conversation, decision makers, that's the reason they don't let half of us in there, is because we're wasting their time. And I remember when I was interviewing an executive at OWN, a VP at OWN for my book, and she says, basically, if you only coming up here in here with an idea, that means you want us to do the work. And we don't have time to do the work for you. This is the work that you should come already done. So you definitely want to fully develop your idea, think it through, close your eyes and think it through. And we'll talk a lot more about how you can do that over the course of this webinar.
I got one sentence on that, but you really struck a chord with me when you made that differentiation, because it's stressful to me when people see everything we've built out and things that would cost us tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars to build out, and people are coming up saying, oh, well, what you need to do is this. Well, I can't believe you're not doing that. Oh, you need to do this. You need to add on that. And I'm like, that's great. It's easy to just say what you want to visualize. Like I could say, well, this building will look great standing next to another building that's 50 stories high, but that is very different from laying out the concept or laying out the idea versus actually executing and finding the money and building the building. So sometimes I don't even like half-baked ideas that much. I'd rather have something that's fully fleshed out. So go ahead, I'm going to zip it up now. Please continue.
So number 2, the second common mistake most people made is reading from the paper. It's my very first mistake that I made. Robert Townsend, I talk about this a lot, but Robert Townsend was the person that kind of whipped me into shape with that. He was so furious, like, what are you doing? Like, because I was reading word from word, line from line, as if I didn't create this idea. And if at the end of the day, the idea, if you've created it, if you've totally fully fleshed out the concept, it's in your heart, right? it's in your heart. You know the idea, right? You might write down a couple of words or have a few things to follow along with, right? But you don't want to be reading word from word. And I see it oftentimes if I'm sitting on a pitch panel or if there's a fest of some sort, person after person get up there and they're reading from the paper. My show, this show is about entrepreneurial life, and it is like that, right? And so the problem with that is that you're not engaging. You can't exude with passion if you're reading from paper. You know what I'm saying? You can't even read the room if you're reading from your paper. And you need to be able to look up. You need to trust that you know it in your heart and read and be able to share your story, which in essence what it is. You need to be able to share your story and engage them. So reading from the paper is the second most, that's number two common mistake that is made while pitching. So packaging. Number three, a big problem that we do is not package our projects. Let me talk to you about what packaging means. It really means attaching talent to your project. So again, you're asking others you're asking the networks to do it from you, and they're going to all be different. And it doesn't mean if you have a script with 20 characters or even 7 characters, main characters, that you have to go find actors or for all of them, or that you need to find the producer and the writer and the person that's going to direct the script and all of that. You don't have to find all of it, but your project becomes more viable if you have attached 1 or 2 cast members or well-known cast members or either interesting cast members, right? It's more viable, especially in the reality space. And I'm going to talk about it a little bit more, but in the reality space, you don't have a project unless you have very amazing characters, right? Like I don't want to, I can't go into a pitch saying, yeah, I'm thinking about doing this dope, I have this amazing show, and it's all about black wealth. It's like a black wealth boot camp where they're going to be being challenged, and all of these investors are going to come in and they're going to be really getting into the people talking, and then they say, well, do you have the investors? Like, who are we following? Oh no, I'm gonna get them. I don't have those. I was expecting you to do it. Then you don't have a show technically. You have an idea, you have a great idea. But if you take a little bit more time and really, and even if it's such an amazing idea that they're like, we definitely want that, even if it's not packaged, the more you offer them, the more control you have of your show. Because they can technically only offer, let me buy you out. This is what we're willing to offer you, and we'll buy the idea from you, and we'll make it our own. We'll give you the credit, but we want to make that our own. But most of the times, most of us want to keep control of our show in some kind of, our projects in some kind of way. And so whether it's being a producer on the show, whether it's, many people want to show run their own projects and things like that. So you have more control. You come with a more stronger, if you come with packaging or attached talent or crew, or you don't even have to attach the cast, but if you have an amazing writer no one, it's going to be hard to turn someone down and say, oh, it was the writer from Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be able to do some type of packaging to your project. And that's one of the, I made that mistake. My book is about this is about all of the mistakes I've made over time that I don't want other people to make. So I'm certainly guilty of making the mistake of